In this video, we're going to talk about creative conflict, laying off assessment, and the invitation. This video is part of our series about creative conflict. Conflict feels like there's someone against someone or a group against a group, but it's very easy with some skills and ways and means to transfer this into what is actually a collaboration. So in our topic today, laying off assessment and the invitation. I was just recently talking to a client who had applied this so beautifully, and it inspired me to create this video today. Laying off assessment, she described, had changed everything in a relationship she was about to leave. She was finding that in communications where she needed some information, she was trying to gain understanding, she was being stonewalled, she was being shut out, and it was triggering feelings of rejection and the opposite of intimacy. How could someone love me? How could someone really be my partner if what they're doing is ending communication and shutting me out? I encouraged her to lay off assessment. Lay off assessment. What if it's just not your job, your privilege, or your work to assess the other? But in order to move forward and grow intimacy, we generate a values list. Here is what I value in intimate coupling. In generating a values list, it is the opposite of I stand up for myself, and it is I stand in myself. So you're clarifying what is at the core of your being that even generates feelings of love and intimacy coming from you, your values list. And from there, you work the invitation. So again, in this case study, the client I was recently talking to, what does she value? Constructive communication, skillful and constructive, where we stay committed when it's hard. We're going to grow and learn, and we're going to keep our commitment to the overall picture at the same time. We won't lose the vision. Another of her values was quality time, having really good, meaningful, and time that allows for connection. So in laying off assessment, we're able to generate our values list, a much more useful tool. In assessing another, we can get stuck in an analysis that cycles us into bitter feelings or hopelessness, and we won't ever really know. We don't have the privilege to know, and it's hard work. So rather, come back to stand in yourself rather than stand up for yourself like you have to push something out. In yourself with your values list and generate the invitation. You'll usually find in a team at the workplace or in coupling or families at home, the goals are the same, which is to grow the team and to keep up intimacy. Now, intimacy in the workplace is different than intimacy at home, of course, but to stay connected, engaged, everyone feeling heard and understood, and something better coming out. So creative conflict is the potential for collaboration that's hidden right inside the conflict. When you generate the invitation, it's to yourself as well. That invitation also brings you up. What is the best you can do? How can you stand better in your values? Generating your values list, clarifying and feeling into them and empowering, standing in yourself with them, and then creating an invitation. And this invitation is as much for yourself as you're creating a written invitation as it will be for your potential intimate partner, somebody who you've wanted to be intimate with, or you were, and you believed in it. What are you inviting them to? And with her, I recently advised, generate this invitation. He probably will turn it down. All the evidence she gave me, he's probably going to turn it down and shrug his shoulders and say, I barely know what you're talking about. This was from the evidence she gave me. But no less, generate the invitation. Because you will know that through this conflict, you've been creative. You rose to reflect on your best and offer it to someone that you actually love. There's a lot of success for this recent client, and it's made me very happy and made me want to record this video. I'll record a subsequent one about how that invitation looks, because I really want to leave you with the generative sensibility to get out there, make your values list, generate your invitation, knowing that you're going to actually propose it to the person who's right next to you and intimacy is not clicking, or the person who's stonewalling, or the person who you have hopes to move forward with in any way. Let's know what this team is doing together. The process of creative conflict would be inside that invitation. Hey, I want to go through conflicts with you knowing we're going to grow better. We're going to create from there. We're going to collect data and together restart, reassess, and try something new. That will be in your invitation. But what else is there? What are you inviting this valuable person you love to do with you? And base it right in your values.